Okay, part 2, St. Patrick's Day update of our Chuck Fights Cancer journey. I'm Chuck, the one with cancer. Anyways, we left off in the end of August, so go look for part 2. It's the video posted right before this where I mention how we originally found out that I had a squamous cell carcinoma, anal cancer, tumor, just living outside my rectal area. And it started in New York, and we're down at the Mayo Clinic. It started in New York. March is when I got my first pain. Beginning of August is where I found it. Came down to the Mayo Clinic because we were moving to Arizona anyways, and the Mayo Clinic is just an outstanding, exceptional place to get treatment, right? So we finish up August. I fly back to New York September 4th. We move our move date up from December 12th, 15th, somewhere around there, to September 9th. It was not the easiest move. Maybe we'll talk about that in one of these other ones in the future. Also, just if anyone's interested in hearing about our straight up shit show of trying to move from New York to Arizona across country. And I'd love to talk a little bit about moving brokers versus movers. It's a whole big deal. But if you're interested in that, let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely share that story. But September 9th, we leave New York. We get to town September 14th, I believe, and we get into our rental house a couple of days there later. September 16th, that Friday, I go in for my first PET scan, and does that tumor light up like a friggin' Christmas tree, right? And then September 19th, that Monday, biopsy under anesthesia. The rectal surgeon down here cuts me open, gets some good samples. Pathologist in the room, they're able to confirm what it is. Now, here's where we're lucky. We were being led to understand that one of two things can happen. It's either the type of cancer that is not responsive to things like chemo radiation, which I ended up doing. We got lucky. The other option is that it would be resistant. And if it's resistant to that, then we're talking surgery. And where it was pushed up against, is entirely likely that I might not have had an anus. They'd have to reform part of my rectum, shave some of my tailbone, take away part of my bladder, and probably lose my prostate as well, because I got to take everything it's touching around as well to make sure they get it all. That was scary. We got lucky. I got lucky. I don't have to live with multiple bags. And today, no evidence of disease in the area. So that is a win for us because of our team. Thank you, Mayo Clinic, for that. Anyways, we are today. More updates to come. Thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day.